Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you stopping by our little spot to hang out with us today. Your support helps us reach good people like yourself. So with that said, the danger of seeing what others don't. Carl Jung. What does it truly mean to see what others don't? For centuries, those who notice the hidden layers of reality, philosophers, artists, truth-tellers, have stood at the edge of society, sometimes revered, often misunderstood, and occasionally even reviled. Carl Jung, one of the most influential thinkers in psychology, deeply explored this paradox. Today, we'll journey into Jung's wisdom and examine the profound dangers and rewards of perceiving truths that others cannot or will not see. The gift and burden of perception. Carl Jung famously said, "Your vision will become clear only when you can look into your own heart. Who looks outside, dreams. Who looks inside, awakes." This insight captures the double-edged sword of deep perception. To see what others don't is to be awake in a world that prefers sleep. Jung believed that those who are able to recognize hidden patterns, motives, or collective blind spots carry a unique burden, the responsibility and risk of truth, the shadow and projection. Central to Jung's philosophy is the concept of the shadow, the unconscious part of our psyche containing everything we refuse to acknowledge about ourselves. When we ignore our own shadow, we tend to project it onto others. Jung wrote, "Everything that irritates us about others can lead us to an understanding of ourselves." But what happens when someone sees another's shadow before they see it themselves? Those who perceive what others repress often become targets of projection. If you recognize a truth that someone else is hiding from themselves, they may react defensively, even aggressively. Jung warned that the most dangerous psychological mistake is the projection of the shadow onto others. This can lead to scapegoating, ostracism, and even persecution, the fate of many whistleblowers and visionaries throughout history. The mirror effect. Jung's idea of the mirror effect suggests that what we notice in others is often a reflection of our own inner world. Those who see deeply are often mirrors for those around them. But mirrors can be uncomfortable. When you reflect someone's shadow back to them, you might provoke anger, denial, or fear. This is the danger of seeing what others don't, the risk of isolation. People may distance themselves from you, not because you are wrong, but because you make them confront parts of themselves they'd rather ignore. Jung observed, "People will do anything, no matter how absurd, to avoid facing their own souls. The more you see, the more you might stand alone." Truth-tellers and psychological isolation. Throughout history, societies have had complicated relationships with their truth-tellers, from Socrates to Galileo to modern whistleblowers. Those who see beyond the accepted narrative often face skepticism, ridicule, or worse. Jung understood this as a psychological phenomenon. When a person's insights threaten the collective comfort zone, the group's defense mechanisms kick in. Jung wrote, "The individual who wishes to have an answer to the problem of evil has need, first and foremost, of self-knowledge. Yet the pursuit of this knowledge can be a lonely path. Those who dare to point out the elephant in the room may find themselves standing alone in the corner, ignored or attacked by the crowd." The individuation process. So what's the solution? Jung proposed the process of individuation, the lifelong journey of integrating all parts of the self, including the shadow. He believed that by facing our own darkness, we become less likely to attack others for theirs. This is not easy work. It requires courage, honesty, and humility. Individuation is about becoming whole, not perfect. It's about seeing ourselves clearly, shadows and all, and accepting responsibility for our perceptions. Jung encouraged, "One does not become enlightened by imagining figures of light, but by making the darkness conscious." The more we do this inner work, the less dangerous it becomes to see what others don't, because we are no longer projecting our own fears onto the world. The social cost of awareness comes at a price. When you see things others don't, you may feel misunderstood or alone. Friends may drift away. Communities might label you as different. Jung acknowledged this risk, but he also saw it as a necessary part of growth. Loneliness does not come from having no people around you, but from being unable to communicate the things that seem important to you. Yet there is also a profound reward, the freedom to live authentically and the possibility of connecting with others who are on a similar path. As you integrate your insights, you become a beacon for those seeking deeper understanding. Navigating the dangers. How can we navigate the dangers of seeing what others don't? Here are a few Jung-inspired strategies. 1. Practice humility. Recognize that your perspective, while valuable, is not absolute. Be open to learning from others, even as you share your insights. 2. Do inner work. Commit to ongoing self-reflection and shadow work. The more you know yourself, the less likely you are to project your issues onto others. 3. Cultivate compassion. Understand that most people avoid difficult truths out of fear, not malice. Approach others with empathy rather than judgment. 4. Find your tribe. Seek out communities or individuals who value depth and honesty. You are not alone, even if it sometimes feels that way. 5. Set boundaries. Protect your mental health. Not everyone is ready or willing to see what you see, and that's okay. Share your insights where they are welcome. The wisdom of silence. Jung also valued the wisdom of silence. Sometimes the most compassionate thing you can do is to keep your insights to yourself until the time is right. Knowing your own darkness is the best method for dealing with the darknesses of other people, he said. You don't have to shine a light on every shadow you see. Discernment is key, the paradox of vision. The paradox of seeing what others don't is that it can be both a curse and a blessing. It can isolate you from those who aren't ready to see, but it can also connect you with those who are seeking. Jung's life and work remind us that the journey toward deeper understanding is not always comfortable, but it is always meaningful. Embracing the journey. If you find yourself seeing what others don't, take heart. You are not alone in your experience. Jung's teachings offer a roadmap for navigating the challenges and finding meaning in your insights. Remember, the goal is not to change others, but to grow in your own understanding. As you walk this path, you may inspire others to begin their own journey of self-discovery. In time, what once set you apart may become a bridge to deeper connection and community. Final thoughts. Carl Jung's exploration of the dangers of seeing what others don't is as relevant today as it was in his time. In a world that often values conformity over authenticity, the courage to see and to be seen is a radical act. To see what others don't is to risk misunderstanding, but also to plant seeds of growth, both within yourself and in those who are ready to awaken. Let's take a moment to reflect. Have you ever noticed something in your environment, relationships, or even within yourself that others seem blind to? How did it feel? Did you speak up or stay silent? Jung would encourage you to honor your perceptions, to trust the wisdom that arises from your own depths, and to approach others with both courage and compassion. Practical steps for embracing Jungian insight. Let's dive deeper into some actionable steps inspired by Jung's teachings, specifically for those who find themselves seeing what others don't. Journal your observations. Writing down what you notice, not just about others, but about yourself, helps clarify your insights. Jung himself kept the famous Red Book, where he recorded his dreams, visions, and reflections. This practice can help you process what you see and give you a safe space to explore your thoughts without fear of judgment. Engage in dream analysis. Jung believed that dreams are the royal road to the unconscious. If you're noticing patterns or symbols in your waking life that others don't, pay attention to your dreams. They may offer additional clues about what your psyche is trying to show you. Study archetypes. Jung's theory of archetypes, universal symbols and themes, can help you make sense of what you're seeing. Are you noticing recurring roles or stories in your life or in the world around you? Understanding archetypes like the hero, the shadow, or the wise old man can provide context and meaning. Seek out mentors or guides. Finding someone who has walked this path before can be invaluable. Whether it's a therapist, a teacher, or a trusted friend, having a guide can help you navigate the challenges of deep perception. Practice mindfulness and grounding. Seeing what others don't can sometimes feel overwhelming. Mindfulness practices like meditation, deep breathing, or spending time in nature can help you stay grounded and centered. Share selectively. Not every insight needs to be shared, and not everyone is ready to hear what you have to say. Choose your moments wisely, and remember that sometimes silence is the most powerful response. Jung's legacy, why this matters today. In our modern world, where surface-level distractions are everywhere, the ability to see deeply is more valuable and more challenging than ever. Jung's work reminds us that the journey inward is essential for personal and collective healing. By facing our own shadows, we make it safer for others to do the same. By daring to see what others don't, we become agents of transformation. But remember, this path isn't about proving others wrong or showing off your awareness. It's about becoming more fully yourself, integrated, authentic, and compassionate. Jung's ultimate message was one of hope, that through individuation and self-understanding, we can contribute to a healthier, more conscious world, bringing it all together. So as you move through your day, notice what you notice. Trust your intuition, but temper it with humility and compassion. Remember that the dangers of seeing what others don't are real, but so are the rewards. You might lose a few fair-weather friends, but you'll gain a deeper connection to yourself and perhaps, in time, to others who are ready for the journey. If you ever feel alone in your perceptions, know that you're in good company. Carl Jung and countless seekers throughout history have walked this path before. Their wisdom is here for you, offering guidance, comfort, and encouragement. And if you're looking for community, you found one here. The Quiet Riddle is a place for those who seek deeper understanding, who aren't afraid to ask difficult questions, and who value the journey of self-discovery. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe. I have more videos, so feel free to watch them as well. I appreciate each and every one of you. God bless you. See you in the next video.